We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Sooner Joe Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Murray now to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
First carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
3-yard line.
Jones now to throw on third down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Christian Kirk deep to return it. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Murray now. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Chargers 0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3-and-out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll run with Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches.
separating from the gun. Jones. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kyler Murray with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Harris has it in the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. Here's Jones, looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Chargers nothing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Wide receiver,
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. Buying time to his left. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
And incomplete. It's 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
26-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
Chargers.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Edmonds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Jones. Henry's got it. Out on the left side. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
To Stephon Diggs. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Full start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Jones dancing to his left. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Murray on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Seahawks 24. Chargers nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drop.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones flushed out right. But I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
At the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15.
Chargers.
A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Connor. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. They'll get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Jones, off play action, flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 49. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to connect with Mims. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He may try and run for this. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this time Murray to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Shotgun now from Murray. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown, Joe Mixon. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 31, Chargers nothing. Joey Sly set to kick.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Jones now on 1st and 10. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Good. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Murray going to throw. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Open space inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
From the gun, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. From the gun, Murray. And he's caught at the 7-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
This is caught the try. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, wait a minute, they declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to stand.
The only thing I can think, someone is mad at their own defense, and they're trying to teach them a really, really crazy lesson.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Jones off the play fake. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting Quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Jones losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. On first and 10, here's Murray. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. But it'll be second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
That one covers 29 yards, first down. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Forced out to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
And it's third down.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.